Welcome back. We have a few holy mackerel stories in this week's news and one standard bit of disclosure. The disclosure is that my wife works in the White House counsel's office, and since it's hard to do an hour of TV without talking about the White House, we thought you should know. Now to the mackerels. Starting with Virginia's own religious right conservative masquerading as a nationally electable moderate Governor Bob McDonnell. Last month, the Washington Post got wind of a new McDonnell policy on the restoration of voting rights to nonviolent felons who had served their time. The governor's policy would require them to write an essay about what they had done since their release to deserve their voting rights back. The fledgling policy smelled a lot like a Jim Crow-era literacy test, and as soon as people cried out against it, Governor McDonnell tried to pretend it wasn't actually a policy yet, just an idea he was kicking around. Then, of course, the Washington Post discovered that a couple of hundred letters had already been sent out to ex-felons telling them about the, quote, new requirement. So, of course, the governor tried to blame the letter on a well-meaning staffer who jumped the gun. An extremely well-meaning staffer in the governor's office, it appears. Yesterday, the governor unveiled his final proposal. Prisoners will now only need to wait 2 years instead of 3 before they can apply to have their voting rights restored, and there's no essay required. Instead, if nonviolent felons want to get their voting rights back, they just have to fill out an application that asks for a, quote, brief description of civic or community involvement. Wait, but doesn't that sound a little like an essay? No. Big difference. It is not on I said not on a separate piece of paper. Plus, McDonnell told the Washington Post that if an applicant leaves the question blank, it won't mean an automatic rejection. McDonnell said to the Post, quote, we'll just assume they don't have anything to say. That doesn't sound ominous at all.